God's own country Kerala, giant waterfalls and lush rainforests are a haven for biodiversity. It is also home to an odd-looking reptilian. I've spent 2 decades reporting on some of the biggest environmental stories of our times. Today's story has brought me to Kasargod, where biologist Ayushi Jain is on a quest to save the Asian giant soft-shelled turtle. Once found across South and East Asia, it is today on the edge of extinction. The ancestors of these extraordinary turtles roamed the earth along with dinosaurs 140 million years ago. An exceptionally large freshwater turtle with individuals known to reach over 1 meter in length and weigh more than 100 kilograms. Ayushi has made it her life's mission to save this rare and elusive species.
In South India, we have some species which are very unique, but nobody is paying attention because the number of species in Uttar Pradesh, in Ganga, Brahmaputra river system is far, far diverse than what we consider diverse in South India. So I wanted to change that. I wanted to be one of the people who will work in South India, who will cover the species that are found here. Even if we have only 6 species or 7 species of freshwater turtles and tortoises, there should be somebody who is working on those. And when I came across the turtle, Cantor's giant soft-shell turtle, you start by reading about it in literature. And I found there's nothing available. We don't know anything. We don't know where it is. We didn't know whether the turtle was still present in the country.
Ayushi started by partnering with the people who were thought to be its enemy, the fishermen in whose nets the giants would often get trapped as bycatch.
First of all, the trust that I've gained with the community, I believe, is like the most important part of my work. So this is, I think, something which I consider to be the greatest achievement so far.
By building a steady network of informants in the community, soon fishermen started sharing information on sightings and nesting. She followed it up by training the fishermen to release the turtles that got ensnared in their nets instead of killing them. Soon, fisher folk started sharing other vital information like the nesting sites, so these could be protected from predators and stray dogs. In a local fisherman's house, the rapid response team of the Kerala Forest Department has had to bring in the eggs from a nest that would have got drowned out from rising waters in the river. The eggs are carefully transferred to a makeshift incubation center.
It's a race against time for the Asian giant soft-shelled turtle. It's also a race for Ayushi and me. We're trying to get to the spot where the eggs have been taken from the wild because there was a threat to them.
And it looks like we've made it just on time to witness this magical moment. A crack here, a push there, and gingerly the hatchlings come out slowly. A few small steps, and it's time to burrow back in the sand.
The yolk sac attached to the point of that yolk sac is to give it nutrition for 2 to 3 days after it's hatched. So up till the time it has to go to the water, look for food for itself, there's something feeding it. One very biggest achievement of this network is that this is the second time in the world that is hatching and nesting has been documented in the wild. So, and first time was done in Cambodia and this is the second time in India.
Tell me something, even in the 2 years that you worked, I mean, I saw the exhilaration with the community right now. So there is a change.
There is a change and there's so much interest and they like this Kasargod being known for Palapuvan. Palapuvan is the local name for this and we also know it is also called as Bhimanama. So
Bhimanama.
yeah, Bhimanama is like something which is very big turtle.
Visitors arrive to take a sneak peek of the newly born. There's a sense of curiosity amongst the old and the young. Everybody wants a glimpse of the babies. For Ayushi, time is of essence. She needs to collect vital data. So I want to understand the science of it. Why are we measuring these creatures before they make it back to the river?
Because we have no data and we're trying to collect the data when the hatchlings are born, how big they are, what is the size, what is the weight, and when we have enough data, we can safely say that the juveniles and the hatchlings are this big.
16! It's going up to 16 grams.
And if the turtle is calm enough, we'll take the head length.
With its broad head and eyes close to the tip of the snout, the ninja turtle has a frog-like appearance. They may be the size of a coin, but slowly these hatchlings will grow as large as 1.8 meters.
I have clear data of what is happening with the turtle. If we do not take the steps right now, in the last 2 years, I have seen the changes in the river system. First of all, the dams and the sand mining, which is the most prevalent threat throughout the river. We have to address that, and for that we need more resources.
We take a tour of the Chandragiri River with local fishermen to understand the threats to the species better. Ayushi shows me the lack of sandy banks. Small dams built on the rivers have helped expand the area under cultivation for the farmers here, but it has meant destruction of the banks where the turtles once used to nest. Back at the incubation center, the eggs have all finally hatched.
So days of hatching, it's now time for Ayushi and the forest department. They will be supervising the release of these hatchlings back in the river, the environment where they belong. And because this is a Schedule 1 animal, the forest department has to be involved, and they will be overseeing the entire process from here, right here in the buckets where the hatchlings are, down to the river where they will be released. Shall we? Okay.
With the arrival of the senior officers, it's time to release the turtles back into the water. The enthusiasm is now building up. A motley crowd of teachers, officers, children, fishermen, all from the local village are now accompanying us. Everybody wants to partake in this exercise. As we walk down the river, everybody joins in to bid farewell to their beloved Palapuvan. There's a quick briefing from the forest officers on the significance of this release.
So it's a big day for Abdullah ji because he's been the one who's rescued them, who's been watching the eggs, and now they're finally going to make that journey back into the wild. Okay.
As they make their way into the cool waters, everybody's happy. The Palapuvan is back in its natural habitat. The turtles are known to inhabit deep pool areas with a sandy substrate. They will feed on fish, shrimps, crabs and mollusks in addition to dead and decaying matter. This is a huge success because the turtle is on the verge of extinction, and the survival of this batch would make a huge difference to an already depleting population. The Asian giant soft-shell turtle may have made it to the wild, but the threats are far from over. Building bridges with people who live close to the river is vital and perhaps a critical way forward to save the Palapuvad from extinction.